Hello everyone, Basic Ollie here, hope you're all doing well and welcome back to another GT Sport video. So today, we managed to find ourselves in yet another lobby with Super GT himself. I was planning to do a video on Daily Race B and how, to be honest with you, this circuit, Alsace, is really good this week, I have to say. I don't know, let me know in the comments guys if you have been feeling the same, but it's a track and car combination I never thought would work, but it really does. Honestly, I've had some amazing races, and in this video you're going to see two fantastic races that I have with Steve here. They were just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So there's not going to be too much editing going into this because I really want to leave it as, you know, raw as I can, because it was a really good race. And I've been coming up against Super GT a lot recently, and if you did see there, I did ask him, is he following me? Because we just keep ending up in the same lobbies, and I swear to you guys, it's not on purpose, it's just luck. But I've got to be honest, when I do end up in lobbies with him, my face kind of looks like this.
Yeah, boy.
So without any further delay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this race underway. For this showdown then, me, myself and I will be using the Volkswagen Beetle, or as we like to call it on this channel, the Yeetle, and Steve is going to be in the Lexus RCF. Now, both of these cars are FR cars, so what does that mean? It means the drive is to the rear, but the engine is at the front. So you've got an almost like perfect balance of exactly what you need. So around this track, FR cars are absolutely perfect for this track. I believe because of the up and down sections of this circuit, FR cars really are well suited here. They're just, I don't know what it is, but the cars are just so well suited to the camber and the up and downhill sections. They work an absolute treat. So my number one tip, if you are going around this circuit this week, please do remember to use an FR car. They are by far and away the best car to use. So let's have a look and let's just crunch in and let's just concentrate on this battle that we have with Steve then. So let's just get this first lap underway because my nerves are a little bit high here. It's always nerve-wracking when you're against someone such as Steve. Always got to try and keep your head down, you know, just in a way take deep breaths, because it's crazy, because when you've got a channel like this, obviously, and you're against a guy like Steve, you want to do the best as you can, because there's so many people watching, especially if he does a video on this. So you want to set a really good example yourself. So I feel a little bit of weight on my shoulders here, but I didn't have air, wasn't streaming, I didn't have anything to worry about, so I just put my head down, concentrated, and put in the best possible performance I could, and thankfully it was a really good race. So as you can see on the left hand side, there's cones there, but he always brakes slightly before that. The breaker point is well off. The Lexus of Steve's there, slightly happy at the rear end. It does kind of stick out a little bit. You can see on the exit of the uphill corner there, just a little bit unstable, that Lexus, and I've used that Lexus before, and that's precisely why I'm not using it this time. The rear end for me is just a little bit too unstable. I want something nice and secure, something where I can put my foot down, I can easily control it, and you want the right gearing as well, which is really crucial for this circuit, because going through this corner here, you're about to see as we cross the line, and we've done our first lap, still sticking with Steve, going through here, this uphill right-hander, it's really difficult to power out of the apex, and in this car, it's super easy to do. You can easily stay in third gear if you like, and just power out from there. Now, I would recommend trying doing it in second, because third gear will bog down ever so slightly, but it does make a massive difference. So if that's what you need to do, that's exactly what you need to do. Okay, braking just slightly after the cones. I completely messed that up. You can see I hit the middle of the apex quite well, but I got really close to Steve, so I had to let go of the throttle, and then as soon as I put it down again, I actually unsettled the car quite badly, and I did actually end up losing quite a bit of time there, which is a little bit frustrating, because we were right on the back of Steve then, and that little mistake there has cost me 3 or 4 attempts, so I'm going to have to put my head down once more, concentrate, and make sure I can get on the back of him. Now, the person behind me, the Greek, he is quick, but he's just starting to drop off ever so slightly, and he's not in the slipstream range. Now, the slipstream range is absolutely vital, so I'm going to have to make sure I stay within 3/4 of a second, because it's going to make a hell of a difference. That Lexus is a lot quicker in a straight line than my Yeetle, so I have to make sure I stay within it, otherwise, you know, my chances of pulling this back and getting the victory will drop significantly. Now, I do go purple through the middle sector, but it is the second lap, so that is to be expected. This sharp right-hander, you want to get on the power as soon as you can as you go through it, and don't try and go too wide. Try and stick to the inside of it as much as you possibly can, and as soon as you get to the point where you feel like you put the foot down and turn and still make the corner, that's when you've got to do it. That is exactly when you've got to do it. So again, brake on the cones left hand side. You've got to try and take as much of the curb on the right hand side and the left here without taking the mick. Otherwise you'll hit the grass, your tyres will get dirty, and it will kind of mess your lap up, so you want to avoid that. So 1 lap under them, we did a 151.8. The Greek behind us did a 151.7. Now Steve goes slightly wide here, misses the apex, gives me a slight opportunity, and this is where you're going to see the slipstream does come into effect. But the power difference with the Yeti is just not going to quite be enough. So you can see me here as we go to the replay camera. I'm getting closer and closer and closer, but I only really gain about a tenth on that whole straight, even with the slipstream, which is pretty poor, to be honest with you, to Gran Turismo standards. As I get a little bit shaky there from that corner. This one here, this left-hander, it's really, really difficult to get right because you can't see the exit of the corner. You can see so close to going off there, and that could have cost me. But we go through the second sector, I believe. We go purple, which is exactly what we need to catch up with Steve. Now the gap is just going up and down, up and down. There are strengths to his car around the circuit, and there are strengths to mine. Now again, I turned a little bit earlier here, and I managed to get a nice exit. Because of that, the power difference of the Lexus, it isn't too shabby. So we've got to work on those exit speeds just to make sure we try and maximise the speed of the Yeti. Now through this corner, amazing corner on this game, really, really underrated. The negative camber, so cool. It is really, really cool. It's almost like Big Banky Boy, but in a way, I kind of prefer it. It's pretty cool. And we managed to go through there. I think that's the third or fourth sector on this track, I'm not quite sure. And we're, 2.5 tenths up, so I will take that through here. This, again, an awesome corner. I love corners that are like where you go up or down, but you turn in at the same time. They're just really, really cool. Absolutely awesome. So we're really catching up with Steve now. Again, like I said earlier, over to the right-hand side, clipping the curb, and then clipping the curb again on the left-hand side. Getting the power down as soon as you possibly can. Avoid the wall on the right-hand side. I may or may not have absolutely destroyed Steve in his live stream by accident. I didn't see him. Right, so purple. That's exactly what we need. Again, Steve goes slightly wide here, and that invites me to try and overtake him. And I'm so close now. This is lap 4 of 4. If I want to get anything done, it's going to have to be on this lap. It's so difficult to overtake here. So we're getting closer and closer and closer. Now he goes to the right-hand side. I'll try and fake it, go to the right-hand side even more, and he just manages to get over to the right-hand side, blocks me off. And that was a really, really big opportunity. He's done really, really well there, and it just goes to show what a great race this was. The fact that we could get that close and we could still race cleanly, which is really good to see at this level. When you have high pace, high octane races like this, it's nice to know that you can have a clean race with guys like Super GT and stuff like that. So really, really awesome. But again, that was my opportunity. That was my opportunity. But am I going to get another one? That's the question. We're still in the slipstream range, but we're going to have to go through. I'm going to call it the right banky boy. What could you call this? What could you call this corner, guys? Let me know in the comments, because it's really awesome. I can't really think of a name, because it's very banky, but it's to the right. So I feel like calling it right banky boy is not the best. There could be better names, guys. There could be better names. Anyways, smashing it through that corner. Really, really getting close now. Just within 3 attempts. But I just need to find something, find that extra edge where I can find a gap to try and overtake here. Now the gap is only 3.5 attempts. I get a good exit coming out the right-hander, then uphill the left-hander can. Look at the exit I've got here, so good. But as soon as I pull out that slipstream, guys, the Lexus takes over once more, and there's nothing I can quite do about it. So I go over to the right-hand side. He defends it as well. I brake with just a slight bit of contact there. He goes slightly wide. I get off the power straight away. Tiniest bit of contact. Nothing we could do there. Really, really good racing regardless. Even though we did not win that, guys, we crossed the line, come P2. Absolutely loved that race. Absolutely awesome. So clean. Really, really good pace shown by both of us. In fact, I enjoyed it so much, I decided to do it again. So I entered the next race, and lo and behold, Mr. Super GT was in there once more. So it was absolutely awesome, and it was an absolute pleasure the first race. So let's see if we can actually win the second one, shall we? So it's 1-0 currently to Steve. Let's see if we can pull one back for the basic crew. Whether we will or not, I don't know. We've got to keep an eye on the guys behind us as well, because there are other people in this race. We just really had a good pace. So let's go for round 2, shall we? So waiting for the green light, and there it is. So we know in this car, slipstream is vital once more. So let's make sure we stick within those 3/4 of a second. Just get this first lap underway and just do not drop out of it. As long as we're in that slipstream, guys, we really do have a good opportunity of winning this race. So 4 tenths, 4.5 tenths. You're going to see the difference now. It only really starts to slow down, or you start to catch up near the end of the straight. So you can see I only gained, that was less than a tenth on that straight. So really, really important that we stay within it regardless, because a tenth could make all the difference in this race. It really could. Okay, now I lose the rear end ever so slightly here, but I managed to stick to the right and then go over to the left a little bit better, and that has caused me to have a nice exit and yeah, just get a little bit closer. Again, guys, it's just the little things we need to get right for us to catch up. Brake in after the cones, over to the right hand side again, clipping the curb on the outside as well. Make sure you don't touch the grass as you go through that corner. Again, dirty tyres are a killer. There are a lot of fast, long corners. I can't quite think of the word in this track. So you need to make sure you don't get dirty tyres, because it will really, really affect you. Again, going for the right banky boy. Absolutely nail it there. You just want to get as close as you can to the grass on the right hand side, just so you can have a really, really fast exit. And boy, does it make a difference, because right now I'm all over the back of Steve and I cannot make a move going into this right-hander. There's no way. It would have caused an incident. Again, the rear end of that Lexus, a little bit unstable there, going through this left-hander. I just love this corner. Absolutely awesome. We can see some guys behind us as well. I think the Dutch guy just went slightly wide there on the grass. That is not what you want to do. Okay, braking just before the big sign. Is that like a Dunlop sign? I'll have to make sure I read that when we go through it again. And again, one lap over with. Looking tasty so far. Much better lap than last time, I think. So we're right on the back of Steve this time. So we're going to start lap 2, and things are going to start heating up here, because once again he just goes slightly wide, misses the apex. I lose the rear end of the Volkswagen Beetle ever so slightly, but it doesn't matter, because now we are in striking distance, just 2 tenths now, and we are super, super close. So are we going to go left or are we going to go right? Let's have a look. So Steve goes defensive here. I'm going to stick to the left-hand side and hoping that I can potentially do a switchback here, but no, Steve parks it on the apex. Nicely defended. There's nothing I can do there. I've got to wait for my next opportunity. Going through the left-hander then. What can we do through here? Hitting the apex beautifully. Imagining power up. We have to slow down. Otherwise we're going to go straight into the back of Steve. So we're feeling it now. We're looking good. Potentially around the outside. That's too risky there. Maybe a switchback here. No, Steve, again, really good at defending. I've noticed on this game, which is quite frustrating, because you really want to overtake him. You're going to have to work hard for it. You really, really are. So again, Steve goes defensive. Again, I'm looking for the switchback. There's a gap there. I just about sneak past. So we've finally got the lead. But unfortunately, as we go through the right big banky boy, it's just I'm on the outside. I can't do anything. I'm just going wide, and it's just understeer. And then Steve gets past. So we've been battling now for like 6 laps. I finally get past the guy. Finally get past the dude. But it's just at the wrong corner. It's just at the wrong corner. And he managed to get the position back. Now he does go wide here, so could it potentially go for a move on the inside? No, not quite. Now he's got the inside of the next corner. This is really, really good tyre racing now. We're going to have to find some sort of place where we can overtake him. It's just so ridiculously hard on this circuit. Okay, let's stick to the back of him. Let's try and go to the left, potentially go to the right. No, we pulled up too close to him, so I couldn't switch back. Go to the right hand side. Just touch the grass ever so slightly. Look at the launch we get out of that corner as well. Really, really good. Okay, another good launch out of the corner. Can we potentially go for a move on the inside on the start of lap 3? We go purple, 53.3. Not spectacular, but it's enough to keep up with Steve. Now he does leave a little bit of a gap, and I finally got the move here. Finally got up to P1. We managed to do it last lap. We've got P1 this time again, but we're on a straight now. We're on a straight in a Yeetle, and that is not where we want to be. That's going to cost us, so we're going side by side now. Steve's managed to catch up. Now he's got the position. There's a little bit of contact here. I'm going to try and defend up the inside as best I can. I'm too early on the brakes. Steve is around the outside. That means he's got to have the inside of the next corner. Once again, Steve has managed to get position back. Wow. Great racing so far. Really, really mega racing. Super clean. Exactly what you want in this game. This is why you have races like this. Why you buy this game. To have super clean races like this. I mean, there's a little bit of contact here. And oh no! Oh, where's the Dutch guy come from? Oh, we've dropped down to P3 now. Oh no, that's a disaster. Okay, right. Head down. Let's see if we can actually get this P2 back. Oh, it's not what I wanted. I completely forgot he was there. I'm sure you guys did as well. Completely and utterly forgot he was in this race. That's not good. So the Dutchman there has done really well to get past us. We're going to have to try and take whatever energy we have left from these two races and just fly past. You can see there's real good battle here. Two Lexuses versus two Volkswagen Yeetels here. So is there an opportunity on the inside? No, he does well. He does well. So there's nothing we can do there. Oh, it's a bit slidey. Oh, and he's gone to the left. Oh, he's lost the rear end, and that's him out of it. Oh, that is unfortunate for him. That is really unfortunate. So he's lost it, and that is a little bit of a lifeline here. And we're just about in the slipstream of Steve still. So even though we lost the position for about half a lap, we're still in this, guys. We're still in this. We're going to have to put one hell of a performance in for this last lap to try and catch up here. Can we do it? Can we finally beat Steve in this race? Okay, so let's cross the line. What are we going to do? So we're going to cross the line here and do a 1:53.5. Now the fastest lap is a 1:52.5. Not a bad lap at all, but we want to be lapping in the 1:51s if we want to be serious. We want some serious pace. Now at this point here, I have a bad exit, and as you can see, the distance between me and Steve is quite significant now, and it's over the 3/4 of a second. So I'm out of the slipstream, so I don't have that on the straight, so I'm going to have to just nail this lap. So let's see what we can do. Okay, can we hit the apex of this right-hander perfectly? Yes, we can. Now, you've got to be brave. You will go to left-hand side. You do not see the curb, but you just got to be brave. It will be there. All right, just don't push it too hard, otherwise you will go right. Powering in the middle of the corner, out of the apex. Again, you've got plenty of room on the right-hand side. Just got to be brave. We're going through the first sector, so we are purple, which is exactly what we need. Again, right-hand corner there, hitting the apex beautifully. The camber again. Really good with this Yeetle. It handles it like an absolute dream, and thankfully because of that corner there, if you look over to the left hand side between mine and Steve's gamer tag, you can see we're finally back in the slipstream. So we've done what we needed to do. We're finally back in the slipstream range, which is absolutely perfect. Going through the banky boy once more, you can see didn't clip the grass this time, and that is exactly how you want to take that corner. Really well done. And again, within half a second, purple now in the middle sector. It's barely purple, but that's all you can do. If you're setting the fastest lap, that's all you can do. And we've really caught up with Steve once more, but we're not going to have many opportunities left here because we're going to have a downhill section, left, right, and then left, and then that's it. Okay, so slipstream is going to come into effect here, but I don't think it's enough. So within 4 temps now, 3.5 temps, we're going to have to try and do something drastic here. I just don't think it's there. We've taken that corner well. We're really close. But unfortunately, as we go across the line here, we just about miss out, guys. We just about miss out, and it's so frustrating. We set a purple time as well, 1:51.5. That's one hell of a lap. But we just couldn't do it. But it doesn't matter, because races like this are absolutely mega. I love really good, clean, fast racing, and that just had everything, and I absolutely loved it. Massive shout out to Steve. It was a really good race. We even spoke afterwards and even sent a message saying the race was mega, and it absolutely was. So fingers crossed, maybe with a bit of luck, he'll do a video on it as well. You can see it on his channel, so you can see his view of it. But yeah, superb. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did as well. So if you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here. Thank you to the channel members, and I'll see you for the next cracking race. Take care. Ta-da.